Good morning. This is Grateful Ed. Hope you're having a great Friday. It is a great day to be alive, and great day to make a video and share some experiences. What I feel, things I believe, and also the things that I've lived through. I want to continue on about talking about the gangstalking, because it is a real thing, and it's crazy to think about, to know that we're all stuck in this matrix and all stuck in this illusion about what we've been taught and how we perceive the world, and but it's up to us to try to recognize these signs, and to know that your family and your friends, co-workers, organizations, government, just the whole thing, they'll sell you out, man. They will sell you out, and a lot of them have no remorse about it. The thing that I'm dealing with is the ones that say they really care about you, and then that are running game right in your face, and especially behind your back. But I got it a few years ago that the only way is to forgive them, okay, for your own well-being and also for theirs, So, and you try your best to do that, and but it becomes evident, when you meet up with them face to face. But some of them are not really interested. They're just going to keep running their game, and that's just part of life, and just something that we deal with. That's I don't know what else to say about that one. But and these are my experiences. I want to share, just to let everybody know it's a real deal. And I believe in God, and also I believe in law of nature, law of the universe, that these things can only go on for so long before things get balanced out. And I think a lot of people realize that this is the time. Okay, so I pulled out some notes that I had from last year, and I thought it was pretty good, because I'm going to read it again and say that no matter what you're going through, believe you can overcome it. You're not alone. Trust in God and work your process. I guess that goes for addictions. No one is exempt from these things. And understand that we're in a spiritual battle, and that God wins in the end. So this thing is way bigger than me, and way bigger than any one person. So if you've been involved in these setups and the witchcrafts and the spells, it's time to break that up. And like I say, the law of nature is going to dictate that. So I say give it up to your higher power, and not try to be so vindictive about these things, or so wrapped up where they have you, where they want you upset just like they are. Okay. So I told a story the other day about connecting the dots, okay? And I told this story about June and I went out for her doctor to get some paperwork on power of attorney. And then we stopped by a restaurant to get something to eat, okay? And they were running smack about the hot sauce, and there was a correlation there in between I believe, California and the people, running operations in Mason, okay? But something came to me this morning that really, really connected the dots on that. And it has to do with the neighbors, and it has to do with the juveniles that I believe they recruited. It became quite evident, because that same day after those things happened, between the doctor's office and then the restaurant signal, and then once we got back to the house, here was some teenage children, maybe not even teenage, children from the neighborhood, and they were, well, this had never happened before. They were out there, hey y'all, hey y'all, how y'all no. And it goes way deeper than that, okay. But that was a clear signal, along with everything else that was happening that day, that all these things were interrelated and connected, in my opinion. Okay. Now, when it comes to the neighbors, and this particular neighbor is a nurse, from what I understand, so I don't know if that's a correlation or not, but either way, young lady out playing in the circle, shooting hoops just like we used to. But there was a common denominator on shooting those hoops and the basketball. Number one, well, there's a couple. There's a few things. Okay. Number one, they had never lost the ball. Almost like she was letting that ball go over into the driveway on purpose as a bait to see, and then let it sit there to see if I would come out and throw it back over, or come out and get involved in what they were doing. Okay, I truly believe that was the case, and thank God I'm not falling for that bait. All right. That happened on many, many occasions. Not just, I don't know if it happened that day. I could have, but either way, many, many, many occasions that was happening when she was playing with, the other neighbors that approached about their barbecue and their, drinking and everything. Always had the children involved. Always had the children involved. As if that was a taunting mechanism, number one, and also part of the bait, okay, in order to try to reel you in on some kind of setup. That's my opinion. That's my gut opinion, okay. That, from my experience, the children has been used, abused, and we don't know. I'm bracing myself for the breadth and depth of that whole thing. So, when it came to the basketball, that's always, they've got the file back to childhood, along with a lot of other information that I don't know. I think the community has better insight on some of the things that I do. But I'm thankful that I can figure out things to a certain degree, and also benefit of the doubt from people to listen to me. I'm very grateful for that. Never ever forget that. I never ever forget what this is about. So when it comes to the basketball too, I spoke about the Uber drivers, and being part of the loop, part of that matrix, as far as the setups. Hot and heavy Uber drivers, or some of my definitely family and friends, okay, all part of it, running their script. When it comes to the basketball, there's a history of me playing basketball as a youngster. The basketball with the neighbor, okay, always rolling that in the driveway, letting it sit. And also the Uber drivers, After I was drugged and IOP time, when, and also the directed energy weapons, I was getting hit with those. Right around that time, that big wave of attack, there was a correlation between these Uber drivers and always having basketballs in the trunk, okay? Especially when I'm going to the store, I put my groceries in there, and there was always a basketball in there. And let me touch on this too, okay, when it comes to AA and trying to partner up with people. Now, I want to make it clear that I am not against AA, okay? I'm just saying, in my circumstances and the people I was dealing with, it doesn't work for me, Okay, and it would never ever work for me under those circumstances. Okay, but again, the basketball was involved there. And actually, we had a pretty good day out there shooting hoops, whatever, having some talk. There was a signal in there. I have to write it down about some kind of heartburn about out there on the court. Anyway, I digress on that. There was the common denominator there was the basketball, all around there. So that point just came to me, about the neighbor's daughter, correlation with the children and the setups, and the basketball, kind of used to weave that all together. So things are not always as they seem, okay? And I'm just saying that this gang stalking is a real deal. It can only go on for so long. Especially with people who, never thought they'd get caught. Lord knows what's been set up and what's been done. Hopefully a lot of these things are going to come to the forefront and, be exposed very, very soon. So I'm getting long-winded on this one, but gang stalking is real. Don't let them take your integrity. Don't let them gaslight you and make you think something's wrong. Don't fall for their bait. Don't fall for their setups. Please let it be known, especially your family and inner circle. They will turn on your ass, okay, for whatever reason. For money, for clout, for something to do, and something to talk about, because it's sad if their life is lacking so much. They got to grasp onto you for something to gossip about or have an issue about. So, sad but true. Like it's been told to me, sad but true. Anyway, I want to thank you very much. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America. And keep on keeping on.